Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing really good. My name is Carrie, of course, and you're at carrieanyconnor.com. Anyway, I know I haven't posted anything in quite a while, which I'm very sorry. I've been really, really busy. My trip to Europe was amazing. I went to London, England, Berlin, Germany, and Paris, France. And of all three of those, I say I like London, England the best, maybe because I have more younger people and more the hipper crowd. But I mean, Germany was great, amazing experience. I was able to speak the German I did know, and I was able to learn a lot that I didn't. And when I went to Paris, France, I was able to use my Télévue Français, which majority of the people did speak French. So I was able to use my French-speaking languages, which is great. And it was just really rainy, though. I guess the whole experience was amazing. The only thing is that it was raining majority of the time. In addition to that, it was very cold, and maybe the highest temperature was maybe 74. And this is in May, so I thought it was going to be warm, but the experience, it was a little more colder than I expected. So I was with my school for 2.5 weeks, and then another week and a half I was there with a couple of my teammates, and I was there with a few other friends I knew that was in Paris. And then I went back and flew to Atlanta because I got a call in for an internship at Kimberly-Clark Corporation. And I did a couple of Skype interviews. Thank you to Inroads and to Kimberly-Clark executives. I did get the internship, and I've been there from the last part of May, like the last week in May, first week of June, until now, which I'll be leaving there this Wednesday, but hopefully continue my experiences to be continued, and I can tell you more about that later. But overall, my trip to Europe was amazing, like I said. I have to say, London was a lot of nice people. It was an amazing experience. The trains were quite great. I was able to use my hello, how you doing? My pretend British accent. And I was able to see a lot of wonderful things like, kings and queens and the monarchy, and learn all about, those things that we hear about every day in our history books, as well as having some friends that are from the England area. And I was able to see the castles, and I was like, oh my god, I wish I can live there and be royal as well. And I'm royal in my own mind, of course. But it was a really great experience. In addition to that, Berlin, Germany. It was a quite different experience. Germans, when they talk to me, I feel that they have a little bit more harsher voice, but they were still kind people. Majority of the people were kind. Had a couple of people that I felt like were a little mean, but I just said, hey, it's maybe their voice. I don't know. And I was able to go to the Olympic Stadium, and coming from a track runner, that was an amazing experience. So I was so excited to go there, and it was great. The next place I went to after that was Paris, France. Paris, France was amazing. Paris is beautiful. Eiffel Tower is beautiful. People were quite nice. But I have to say, you need to know some French before you go to Paris, because about 97% of the people that I met, I say 3%, dealing with maybe one person, they all spoke French, and hardly nobody spoke English. So unless you are speaking to an English-speaking person, which, you might run into them because they may be tourists. If not, majority of people there don't speak English, so you have to convert over and speak French. Yes. Okay, so starting with London again. Crime rate, I didn't really see much crime. I didn't see that many bad people. They had stuff just like New York City. The downtown London area near Piccadilly Square reminded me of sort of like a New York feel at night. It was really nice and beautiful. So Germany, I guess the one thing that may have surprised me a little bit more is when I went to the concentration camps on where, the Nazis held a lot of people, and they, of course, ultimately people died and were killed there. They were working numerous hours without getting fed, and just, reading about the history and hearing about it from your classroom, and then actually seeing the place that it all happened was an amazing experience. But it was also a shocking experience and an emotional experience. But overall, it was still great, and I was happy I was able to see it. I thought it was quite interesting where they have the concentration camps, back when Nazis ruled, and you had Adolf Hitler being the ruler. This is currently where they train their police force. So I thought that was very, very interesting, and it really made me a little upset because I was like, that kind of makes everything happen all over again. And being located in Berlin, we were able to see where the East and West Berlin Wall was put up and where it was torn down at. So that was an amazing experience too. And fast forward to Paris. So crime rate in Paris, it was pretty safe overall. I saw a couple, like maybe a little shady stuff, but nothing that was too suspicious. Um, it was very cold at nighttime, and I say be very careful to travel with groups rather than alone, because I saw some people that were alone, and because the trains are a little sketchy in a way, depending on what part of the city you're headed to. But overall, it was a great experience, and I really loved my trip to Europe. I think it was wonderful, and I want to thank the University of Memphis for the scholarship that they did give me towards the program. I want to thank my church, Pursuit of God Transformation Center, for the scholarship that they helped towards the program. I want to thank the pastors of